Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 105 of Pokemon Horizons titled Gholdengo Goes Surfing After the Storm Just Dropped, and in this episode, Dot catches Gimmighoul. How? Let's talk about it. This episode was split into two halves, the storm half and the sunny half. The episode begins in a giant storm as the brave Olivine's in the water. Ludlow stands up as he's in the dock in the rain and decides it's time to transform into Mighty G. Why? Turns out, he'd been keeping track of Amethio and saw that he needed help. So, after getting Amethio from the air to come with him in his Sharpedo to a cave, he sees that Amethio hasn't eaten well. So he gives him rice, veggies, and some curry powder. He wants to leave as he's losing his transformation, but he sees that Amethio has no clue what to do. So, he teaches him how to clean rice, dry his clothes, cut vegetable, and make himself some curry. He even stays behind to eat with him, as eating together is better than eating alone. And once the rain lets up, he leaves, as Amethio thanks him. This part of the episode really focuses on one thing. While there's a lot of jokes and gags here happening throughout, the one constant is Amethio's inability to do anything. He doesn't know how to make food, he doesn't know how to dry clothes, he doesn't know what it means to be in a group, he doesn't really understand jokes or puns. His entire life he's been with a serious organization, the Explorers, and Hamber took care of everything for him he ever needed. So now that he's on his own, he's had to learn what life is from scratch. It also kind of shows the effects behind the idea that Amethio didn't really have parents or parental figures growing up. His mom died early and his dad was too focused on his work, and how that can shape you as a person. It's an interesting development for a character. Once the sun comes up, our heroes head to the beach. It's not a boat, it's not a cruise, it's a Gholdengo. Due to the storms the previous night, the conditions are great for surfing, so everyone wants to surf, and particularly surf with this Gholdengo, who seems to be like a local celebrity. Dot wants to head back to her room to make shorts off her streams with Iono, but every time she wants to go in, she gets roped back out by Gimmighoul, who keeps making her collect coins. Eventually, she notices Quaxwell pining to be in the water, so despite not swimming being one of her tenets, she decides to get in the water to surf. As she starts to surf, Gimmighoul jumps in with her in her surfboard, and she sees that it wants to surf like Gholdengo. She even has to save Gimmighoul the first time, and then, eventually, she surfs with it. She struggles at first, but with the help of her Quaxwell, she's able to surf in the wave, and while doing so, she notices Gholdengo surfing with ease, and how Gimmighoul is looking up to it. So, afterwards, at the end of the day, as everyone leaves, including the Gholdengo, Dot walks up to Gimmighoul. Dot says that the same way she looks up to Iono, she could see that Gimmighoul looks up to Gholdengo and wants to evolve into a Gholdengo. So, her and her Pokemon will help look for coins so that one day it can evolve. That way, it doesn't have to control them to find coins. And with that, she captures it. The episode ends with Dot, despite telling Molly that she's made friends with Gimmighoul and it doesn't need to control them anymore, being controlled by Gimmighoul anyway. The back half of this episode seems to be controversial. Not for any major reasons, it's just that people wanted Roy, not Dot, to get Gimmighoul. And personally, I disagree. I'm glad that it was Dot and not Roy who got a Pokemon who has the potential to be insane. Roy already has an incredible team. He doesn't need another busted Pokemon in his squad. Dot, on the other hand, was the only main character who had 2, not 3 Pokemon. And this finally puts her on the same level as the others. And when it does evolve eventually, Gholdengo is one of the best Pokemon in Generation 9 in my opinion. So it'll be awesome to see how she maneuvers it. An overall fun episode that showed us 2 sides of the same day. We got to learn a bit more about Amethio, we got to learn a bit more about Dot and how she's developed, and we get to see a Pokemon capture. All in all, a pretty fun episode. But what about you guys? What do you guys think about this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more, share this video, and have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.